I have 2 cats. And my goal in life is to have my own religion.
I'm looking for a romanticist.
Someone that's clean. Be clean, you know?
I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Hi, my name's Monroe. You've probably already noticed that I have incredibly blue eyes.
Hi, I'm Fred. Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke.
Hi, and welcome back to Everything Lynn. I'm Lynn. So, dating. Why does it suck so badly, and has it always been this way? Well, yes and no. Judging from the clips at the beginning of this video, there has been no shortage of the quirky, socially unaware, and even relatively normal people not seeming to have any type of luck in finding love. Here are some of the reasons why I believe that dating has become the absolute barren wasteland that it is. But yet, I still have hope that there's an oasis in the desert. Reason number 1, glorifying past standards of relationships in today's society. You hear this glorification all the time. Man, my grandparents, you know, they really had it. They stuck together for so many odd years or whatever. No one wants to stay together anymore. Nobody wants to fight through the hard times. And it's like, correction, no one has to stay together anymore. The women of today aren't as dependent on a man's income for basic survival needs. And I think back in the day, like, this heavily influenced the dating culture as well. Today, you know, we're not so dependent on finding a relationship in order to make life in general work, you know, so it's easy to like discard somebody at the first sign of a red flag, versus back then when it was like, you're a boy, I'm a girl, you know, like, let's just do the damn thing. You know, I find you mildly attractive, you find me okay, so let's just do the damn thing, you know? Now it's like we get to be way more picky, but it makes dating that much more harder. My second and biggest reason I think that dating isn't working is social media flexing and the hateration and holleration. Coming off the heels of the brick incident, and if you look at my last 2 shorts, if you look in the comments, it's become so very apparent that there is a huge level of distrust, hurt, and misinformation regarding relationships between men and women. For instance, regarding my 35K video that is in my shorts, so there were a lot of young men who were commenting, oh, that girl's just a 304 anyway, look at how she's dressed. I was like, you mean feminine and fit? Like, isn't that what you guys said that you want? Oh, she's just gonna cheat anyway, you know? Like, basically, the dude's a simp, she's just gonna hurt him and leave anyway. And at first, I was very peeved, because I was like, what makes you guys even say that? You know, but then I remember that a lot of people tend to, like, speak from their own experience, you know? So I even left that as a comment for one of it, where I said, you know, I realize that people tend to speak from experience. So I'm sorry that that's been your experience with women, but it's just not so for everybody, you know? Like, not everybody's like how you've experienced, if you've experienced that. And like, one of them was like, oh no, that's not my experience, I just know, you know? Like, basically he just was going off of what he's heard, or like talking points of what he's seen from whatever he's seen it from, you know? Like, people say the manosphere or whatever, or red pill manosphere. And I'm like, and you know, it became very obvious to me, because it's like the same comments being regurgitated over and over, like the same type of, again, talking points, where these people are spewing vitriol based off of things that they've heard. And it's just the same thing over and over. Like, these people aren't actually having these horrible experiences that they're getting online and talking about, you know, but they're spewing it all, like, nonetheless, and they're letting it lead their dating lives as well, like, and lead how they treat, like, the people that they, quote unquote, are attracted to. And it's deeply concerning. And then you've got the day in my life girlies, or whoever, where, you know, they're kept women or stay-at-home moms or wives, just showing the world, you know, a glimpse into their fabulous life, you know, where they just get taken care of for being them. And it makes it seem so accessible and just so easy, you know, like just anybody can do it, but it's just not so. And it leaves a lot of women, you know, like in a space of discontent, you know, when they go out there and date, like maybe they do find like a decent guy, but he makes, you know, just about as much as she makes, you know. But in her head and in a lot of women's heads, you know, like we're vying for the 1%, the top 1%, you know, the millionaire. But you only get to date who you are in close proximity to, you know. Like, I don't know about y'all, but the millionaires, like, you know, they don't live next door to me. You know, like, sure, I can drive to wherever they are and meet them, but like, a lot of them are very protective of their money, and rightfully so, you know, so they might date you, but they might never ever marry you, you know. And so to keep it in your head that, well, she did it, so can I, you know, it keeps you in a loop of discontentment, you know, like, and always thinking, oh, but he's all right, he's great, but he doesn't make enough, you know, when really he might just make enough, you know, like to take you out and do nice things with you. But being in that spirit of discontent and like in comparing, you know, what you can get versus what you think is just easily accessible, you know, that will make dating hard for you as well. So like social media in general has made it extremely hard for us to like really get a look at who we're dating, who we're able to date, and also at ourselves and who we're even able to attract. So like the relationship social media trends that we're seeing in general has made dating hard. We've got the city girls versus red pill poppers, the hypergamous hive versus the passport bros, the 50-50 people versus the kept wives. It's a mess. The internet dialogue has been both a blessing and a curse, because while it's made us aware of like the red flags or the pitfalls in relationships, you know, it's also kept us guarded and on high alert. You know, you're so preoccupied with looking like a simp for treating somebody decently, but trust and vulnerability, you know, and treating somebody that you like them, you know, that's what's needed to build like a rapport with anyone. You know, so being chronically online has definitely like just devastated the dating community. So I'm gonna open the floor to you guys. You know, where do we go from here? How is the dating life for you? You know, like how are you navigating it, or like its pitfalls? You know, the things like I said, like with social media skewing people's minds. You know, like I said, like I've received a lot of very negative comments, and people haven't even had these experiences. So like, how do you navigate like all the negativity? How do you think it can improve? I tend to believe that like-minded people in the end will wind up finding each other anyway. You know, I truly believe that in the end, like it'll wind up working out for the best. Like we will find the most ideal person for us because of the introspection and the waiting and, you know, like really taking time to assess. But yeah, it's a little rough until then, because we're like, damn, it didn't take this long, you know, back in the day. But this is the world that we live in now. Leave your comments, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next video.
No, maybe a year. I was so in love with this chick, and like,
see, this is what bothers me, because this video is Bradley Martin at 30 something years old, maybe 30, I don't know. But he's talking about an incident where he got hurt probably 10 years ago. He said it was 21, 20, whatever. And that's why he doesn't love anymore. And I'm seeing a lot of videos recently about how people's first love messes with them for the rest of their life. And this is why they don't love anymore. And this is why they don't treat people right. And this is why they do this. And this is why they do that. My problem is, as an adult, there's some introspection that is necessary to identify your issues and decide whether or not you want to become this person or this person as an adult. What type of contributing person or individual do I want to be to society? And you're using your childhood trauma as a crutch as to why you treat people like crap. I understand if you're young, you make mistakes when you're young. But when you get older, you decide whether or not you want to continue making these same mistakes. And if you do, it's not because of your childhood trauma, it's because you're a piece of crap. It doesn't matter where they're rooted from. You're an adult now. You should have addressed those issues a long time ago, whether it's professionally or whether, hello, or whether you want to identify that stuff yourself. I'm so sick of seeing that. It doesn't matter that Caitlin in the 10th grade hurt you because she told you she loved you and she stopped talking to you. It doesn't matter. Boss up. Be a man or be a woman. Treat people right because that's the right thing to do. What are we doing?